made every woman in Sephora stop shopping when the employee's iPad got exposed. I was shopping for foundation at Sephora before my high school reunion. Nothing too fancy, just needed something that would photograph well. The store was packed on a Saturday afternoon with women trying on lipsticks, employees doing makeovers, typical Sephora chaos. I'd been shopping there for years and usually got great service. They assigned me to this new employee named Jade. Jade seemed bored from the start. She kept checking her iPad while I was talking, barely looking at my face. When I asked for help finding the right shade, she glanced at me for 2 seconds and said they were probably out of my color. I thought that was weird since she hadn't even checked. She kept suggesting I try the clearance section instead. Then I noticed something strange happening around us. The woman at the next station was getting the full VIP treatment. The employee was bringing her product after product, offering samples of everything, even stuff she didn't ask for. This woman was gorgeous, looked like an Instagram model. Meanwhile, Jade was telling me the products I wanted weren't worth the money. I started paying attention to how different employees were treating different customers. The pretty women were getting chairs pulled out for them and complimentary touch-ups. The rest of us were getting rushed through like we were bothering them. One employee literally walked away from a woman with acne scars mid-sentence to help someone who looked like a celebrity. During this time, Jade kept typing something on her iPad. After looking at each customer who walked by, she'd glance up, type something quickly, then go back to half-heartedly helping me. When I asked to try a specific foundation I'd researched online, she said, "That's not going to work for your skin type," without even looking at the product or asking about my skin. That's when the store manager announced they were testing a new digital display system. She seemed nervous about it and kept checking with the tech guy who was setting it up. Jade got even more distracted and kept refreshing something on her iPad. Then it happened. The huge TV screen above the cash registers suddenly lit up with what looked like a database, but it wasn't showing products. It was showing customer photos with ratings next to them. The entire store went silent. Every single woman stopped what they were doing and stared at the screen. There were our faces pulled from the security cameras with numbers next to them. I saw myself rated as a 3 out of 10. Next to the numbers were codes. Mine said NS and BP, which I quickly figured out meant no samples, and basic products. The pretty woman next to me was rated 9 out of 10 with codes that said FS and VIP. The woman with acne scars was rated 2 out of 10 with notes that said MT for minimal time. The teenage girl looking at lip gloss was rated 1 out of 10 with a note that said waste. Women started gasping and pointing as they found themselves on the screen. The manager was frantically trying to get the tech guy to shut it off, but he seemed frozen in shock. Jade's iPad was still connected and actively updating the screen. Every time she looked at someone and typed, their rating would pop up. Then someone noticed the training notes section. There were actual instructions on how to treat customers based on their beauty score. Low scores were told to push them toward clearance or convince them they didn't need expensive products. High scores got the full treatment to encourage big purchases. A woman who'd been rated 10 out of 10 started crying. She ripped off her VIB Rouge badge and threw it on the ground. "I thought you were being nice because you cared about makeup," she said, "but you just thought I was pretty enough to sell to." The teenager who was rated